In this video, I'm going to show you how to adjust your settings and add classes before you add your students. Please note, if you're importing your students from Google Classroom, you can do that step first. Alright, so first I'm going to go to Teacher Settings. By default, you only have one active class period, but I suggest adding a class period for every class period that you teach, or a setting for every class period that you teach. So let's say I teach physics first period, physics second period, physics, we'll say fourth period, and chemistry fifth period. I want to set all of those classes to active. Alright, I'm going to set the first one to basic, the second one to standard, and the third one to advanced. So let's say this was a lower level class, a standard level class, and a advanced class. The only difference there is that some of these later skills will default to bonus, but you can change that anytime. Alright, I should also activate my chemistry class. For physics and physical science, you'll want to be sure to set the notation and whatever value you're going to use for G first. Physics and physical science teachers, you can click here to see more details. These really only affect problems that we call preparation problems. For the most part, we're always asking word problems, and the notation really doesn't matter. However, you do want to set the value of G that you like to use. Alright, then set the default course. So if you're teaching something besides physics, make sure that you've set the default course to that class. For this year, be sure chemistry teachers use this one that says 2023-2024 unless you use this one in the past and prefer to stick with it. Alright, then you'll also set the default unit. The default course and the default unit, those are just setting what a student lands on once they log in. So that they don't have to navigate around the page, just make sure you set the default course and the default unit to wherever you want your students to land. Alright, and finally on the far right hand side, we've added this extra column that says show manipulated equations. If I set this to yes, then when students view the reference sheet, they'll have this extra column that says manipulations. I find this to be a game changer for students who struggle with math. The reason that you want to do this in advance is if you have students joining your class, then you can put them in their separate active sections. Otherwise, you'd have to sort that out by yourself later.